Welcome, my name is Stephen and I'm going to introduce how to use IntelliSense with EDEM CUDA API. This is a new feature introduced in EDEM 2022.2 and will help your GPU programming. Previous videos on this subject introduce how to use the API, how to update versions, and how to program using CUDA for faster GPU processing. This is an update video highlighting the latest features. If we look at the files which are installed with EDEM 2022.2, I'm in the install folder, EDEM, source, API, and there's a new CUDA folder. Within this CUDA folder there's a lot of header files, CUHs, and an example plugin. I'm going to load this example plugin into my resource files just so we can have a look. There's a series of headers here and references and also some instructions on how to use. So I'm working off a project, as you see, which I already have. It's a field data example I've used in previous videos. So I don't need to follow really steps 1 to 3. I'll start with step 4, but first off I'm going to copy these headers into my project. Let's copy them in at the top. So first off we can see there's a bunch of errors. It can't include them because it doesn't recognize them. And it's also worthwhile highlighting why we're doing this as well. We can see here, if we highlight some of the functionalities here, Visual Studio doesn't really recognize any of these functions. If I go to my CPU code, I can highlight over a lot of the functionality, and it gives me options as well. Particle dot tells me all the functions available in the particle information. And that's what we want to achieve with our IntelliSense CUDA options. So let's go through the list. Add an include directory to the install path. So we've done this before. Right click, properties, C++, additional include directories, edit. My previous videos were all from EDEM 2022.1, so say I have the paths in there already. I'm going to just copy and paste in the 2022.2 CUDA. I could update these paths, but I'll do that offline. It's the same process as updating the versioning. So I could use the latest version, but it's not necessary in this instance. I just need to include the CUDA path for 2022.2. Apply all configurations. OK. So we can see that we recognize these headers now, and immediately there's some improvements. We can see a bit about CAPI particle, but we haven't finished yet. We want to set the code editor options to interpret CU and CUH files to C++. So tools, options, text editor, file extensions. You can see I've added in CUDA already. Just need to add in CUH to be recognized as the C++ files. And then we should be able to prototype a CUDA plugin with syntax, highlighting, and IntelliSense. So I don't need this example plugin, so I'm going to remove it from my project. And let's have a look, see what this does for us. particle dot, we can see it gives us a list of options already about the information that particle can provide. So already makes the programming a lot easier as we can find out information. Also, we can right click and look at the definition of things. So the particle class brings us to the header file where this is defined. Same for the other information simulation. We can maybe go to the file and have a look through the information, the documentation about what it provides us, and helps us understand how these functions work. And that's it. No compiling needed. I just need to save the CUDA file. Next time I run the project, the file hasn't actually changed in this instance. But next time I write some code, I can add in the IntelliSense option if I'm using EDEM 2022.2 onwards, and it makes it easier to understand the CUDA programming and matches closer to the experience you have with CPU.